And we are live. Welcome, mystery and thriller fans. I'm your on-air host, Sara DiVello, and I am so excited to host Europe's queen of crime writing herself, Camilla Lackberg, all the way from Stockholm, Sweden, here to tell us about her brand new red hot book, Silver Tears. Camilla, welcome to Mystery and Thriller Mavens. Tell us about this book.
Well, it's a follow-up to the previous one, Golden Cage, and it's, it was very much inspired by my love for the fantastic books that were popular in the 80s, books written by Sidney Sheldon, Judith Krantz, Jackie Collins. I mean, we miss those, don't we? We really, really miss them. So I thought, well, I'll just have to write one in that genre myself and combine it with my love for thrillers and crime writing. And I also threw in a little bit of Faye Weldon in there, a little bit of a she-devil in there. So that's why my main character is named Faye. It's actually an homage to Faye Weldon.
Wow, I had no idea. This is so cool. And I didn't know that you shared my obsession with all of those fabulous writers, the super glamorous figures.
And when you think about it, what I love about those books is that, I mean, they were popular in the 80s and they were filled with really, really strong, cool women who were eating men for breakfast while taking down empires and looking fabulous while doing it. And I'm like, what happened? Now we have a lot of, I mean, I love these books, but the ones that are kind of taken their place are always now, it's a woman finding her husband in bed with secretary/sister. And so she moves to the house she just inherited in the English countryside. And she opens up a bookstore there and falls in love with a guy who has a dog walking business. I mean, what happened to Cool and Powerful?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I want.
And also, what happened to shoulder pads and big bold colors?
Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. Neon has come back already. So I'm telling you, the shoulder pads, they've actually come and gone once already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got the sequence. I didn't put my sequence on today. I should have.
Well, I'm wearing my sequins because I'm excited to host you, Camilla. This is Celebrity Thriller Tuesday. We're so excited to have you. We just chatted with B.A. Paris live from the UK. We've got Tess Gerritsen next. So we have got an all-star, star-studded, fabulous lineup today. So I just want to welcome everyone who's watching on Facebook and everyone who's watching on YouTube. If you've been here before, you know how this works. And if you're new, welcome. We're so happy to have you. Here's how it works. Every week, I hand pick featured authors to present to you. And this is your time to ask them anything. This is your time to ask Queen Camilla about her writing process, about her books, about anything you've been wondering about. Get those questions going in the comments and I will get them right over to her. Gail is saying, hello, Sara, take two. Gail is just with us for a B.A. Paris. Gail, welcome back. Great to see you, as always. So Camilla, tell us about your writing process. Are you a plotter, which for those of you who don't know means you sit and you rigorously, carefully sketch out every single part of this book and then you write to that? Or are you a pantser? You go with the flow, you see where the story takes us.
I didn't know that the word for me was pantser, but that is exactly the word for me. I envy my colleagues who have the story fully lined out with Post-its covering the wall and they know all the scenes before they start writing. I would love to be able to work like that, but I can't. So I kind of know where to end and I know where to start and then I just go with it. It's like a road trip.
Ooh, it's a road trip. Oh, I love that analogy. So you know where you're starting, which is clearly from home at the beginning. You know where you're going to go, you may take the highway, you may get there directly, you may take the windy back roads. Now, here's my question though. When you're a pantser and you're seeing where the journey takes you, what if it takes you down a dark alley and you hit a dead end and then the story gets stuck? Do you have to back out of there? What do you do?
Well, that kind of that happens. I mean, a lot of times during the year that I spend writing a book. But what I've usually learned, I use my subconscious. I'm a nerd. I have to put it out there. I love everything that's nerdy. We were talking about biohacking,
Yes.
Sarah, before the live went on. So I'm really nerdy. So I'm really interested in all of that. And what I do is I kind of like, shoot the question out there. If I don't know how to start something, if I don't know how to solve something I started, then I just send the question out there, and I try not to think about it for could be a couple of days, and then I could be standing in line in the grocery store, or I could be picking up my kids from school, and then suddenly it hits me because my subconscious has been working to solve it. So I've actually learned to trust that process. It's like sending a query into a computer.
Oh my God, I love that. That's so cool. First of all, I'm a huge nerd. You're getting tons of thumbs up and love from Facebook. Thank you, everybody. I see you there. It's so great to have you. Thanks for joining us. Camilla, I love that idea this analogy that you put it out there and then you see when it comes back. That's so fascinating. How long does it usually take to come back?
Usually max a couple of days. It could be hours, and it could be days. But I'm quite comfortable with that now. With the first few books, I was so stressed. I was like, I'm never going to be able to solve this. Right. How am I going to fix this? How is he going to discover this? How are they going to know this? But now I've learned that as long as I let the subconscious work, it's going to work itself out.
Wow, that's so cool. So, okay, let's really nerd out here. So,
Yay!
I once read that Einstein came up with all of his best ideas while working in the patent office doing filing work, which is the most tedious, boring, not intellectual stuff that Einstein did, right? Like in between coming up with E equals MC squared, he was filing patents at the patent office. But he said that the reason that worked was because when he was doing that filing work, it engaged his lower brain. It kept it busy. All those thoughts like, oh, what am I going to have for lunch? What shall I wear today? Or did Kelly call me back? All those questions that engaged his lower brain. So he didn't have the room to worry. Then it freed his upper brain. And these are probably not technical terms, but it freed his creative brain to think those brilliant thoughts. And I think when you're saying that you're standing in line at the grocery store and it comes to you, maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, and what I also do is my colleagues in Sweden think I'm very weird because when I write always in front of the TV. If I don't have a TV, I have to have music on or radio on or something, but preferably I write in front of the TV because if it's too quiet or at a restaurant with lots of people talking and babies screaming and clattering and lots of noise, if it's too quiet when I write, I start thinking about the things you mentioned, like when should I pick up the laundry? Did I pay that bill? Maybe I should have called my mother yesterday, or was it, well, my mother always thinks I should call, so that was a bad example. But it's just a way to occupy that part of my brain. So I have to have like two levels of my brain going at the same time when I write.
Right. Okay. So
I can totally identify with Einstein in that respect. Not in so many other respects, but in that respect.
Right. Okay. So when you first of all, I need to know, what kind of music do you write to? Is it an ABBA kind of, jam club kind of dancing music? Because you're a dancer and we're going to get to that. Or I often ask this question. So fun fact, Christina McDonald lives in London. Lovely, blonde, very demure looking sort of mom of the year. Turns out she rocks out to pounding loud house music that she likes to listen to so loud that the walls actually shake. That's how she writes her thrillers. What do you listen to?
I listen to the top 50, like Ed Sheeran and J-Lo and ABBA, and so I have a very, very mainstream taste in music. And could someone, for the love of God, free Britney, by the way, while I have Americans online here?
Oh my God.
I'm following this obsessively.
Me too. Oh my God. Who else is completely obsessed? It is crazy. Okay, we're getting hearts up on Facebook. So people are clearly obsessed with us.
Yeah.
How crazy is it that in the year 2021, we are watching a woman be held captive in front of the entire world, and there's nothing we can do about it because of these archaic, exhausting, red tape filled judicial processes? How is this woman being held captive in front of us? This is insane.
Yeah, and instead they freed Bill Cosby. I mean, someone got the message mixed up.
Oh, someone got the message mixed up. I was so angry that day. I was flaying my skin. I was screaming. How is this convicted rapist, this, serial sexual assaulter, this criminal, this, herder of women? I get so angry. I can't even find words. I have to bring it back.
I'm angry all the way in Sweden too. So I'm totally with you.
And then Britney Spears, can't get her IUD out.
Yeah. They say it's going to take years.
This is right. Exactly. Her next hearing is now in October.
Now.
What's that?
I want to get her spiral out now. What's it called?
Yeah.
So contraceptive. Yeah.
That poor woman wants her IUD out and can't get it out.
That's a word. We call spiral in Swedish.
Oh, because it is. Because it's exactly. It's either a T or a spiral. Oh my God. Patricia is saying for the amount of time she's been under lock and key. Okay. Her dad swoops in to take care of her for how long? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And now here it is. And we're all watching and we all think it's crazy, but yet here we are. I mean, this is madness. Patricia,
and I mean, they let her work. If she's that, down and out, she shouldn't be able to work either. So, but they want to do that. So. Yeah, I could rant. I always start ranting about this.
Indeed, because that is the thing, is they say, oh, well, she's not competent and she's a little loopy or whatever. It's like, well, interestingly, this woman has put out 4 best-selling albums and a 4-year daily show in Vegas. So she was well enough to do that. She's confident enough to do that, but you won't let her decide whether to take her IUD out or what medicine to take. This is, you would think we were in the 1200s.
I'm thankful every day that someone is not challenging my competence, because I would probably go away really quickly.
You know what's really crazy? I was actually thinking that. So I think the really mind swizzle of it all, and that's a word I just made up, is that once you're put in the position to have to defend your competency, you already sound crazy. Because if you question my competency and said, Sarah, you sound crazy, and I'm like, I'm not crazy. Crazy. I'm already sounding kind of crazy, but I'm so angry that you question my competency.
And they would say that, well, even if you were crazy, you would say you're not crazy.
Exactly. Oh my God. Exactly. And Patricia's saying she really wonders what we're being told and what we think we know. Will we ever know the truth? And that's the other thing too. They're sealing the courtroom. Courtrooms are usually open. They're only allowing a number of people. I mean, this is it. I can't believe this is 2021. This is a national embarrassment, a cultural, not just national, it's international. We're imprisoning a woman. I'm fired up, Camilla.
We'll get her out.
I actually just saw that these other major female celebrities are getting together to form a fund. They're going to go in there and free Britney. So
Madonna's in the game now. So yeah.
Exactly. Andrea would like to know, what is the inspiration behind your new book? Andrea, great question. Camilla, give us a little more. Tell us something you've never told anyone before.
I talk so much. So that's really, really hard. I'm a talker. No, but the true inspiration is the collision between the 80s Sidney Sheldon era and Faye Weldon's Lives and Lusts of a She-Devil, I think is the English name, right? And those kind of collided. But the thing that was the most challenging for me with this book was actually the sex scenes, because I knew I wanted to pay an homage to the 80s Jackie Collins, Sidney Sheldon books. I needed to do something I had not done before. I needed to write sex scenes and steamy ones. So that was kind of the biggest challenge for me with writing the books about Faye.
And do you think it was because you were thinking about, my mom wants me to call her.
Oh,
what's my mom going to think when I'm writing the steamy scene?
Yes, that's exactly why I haven't written sex scenes before, because I just can't stop thinking about my mom reading it and, starting to guess and starting to. But the thing is, she's read the books now and she loves them, but she insists on calling them the sex books. And I'm like, please stop, please stop. So it's very weird.
So Camilla, how did you get around your mom? Because we all have that censorship figure on our shoulder, that voice in our ears, whether we're trying to create art, whether we're trying to create books, we all have that worry. Who's watching? What will they think? This is embarrassing, especially if you're writing something steamy. How did you get around that? How did you say, shut up, mom, I'm trying to write something sexy?
Well, a few Long Island iced tea helps. No, but I've tried writing not sober and it doesn't work. So that's out of the picture. No, but the first scene that I started writing, that was steamy. I was so embarrassed. I was sitting in a restaurant of all places, lots of people around me, and I felt like dirty, like they could see what I was doing. But then you kind of get into it. And once you get, it's like riding a bike, it's a little bit wobbly at first, but once you get the hang of it, you just have to, you get in the flow. So,
oh my God,
that's what I'm saying. It got easier.
It did get easier. So do you think, are we in for more steamy sex scenes from Camilla Lackberg? Tell us.
Well, there will be a third Faye book, so there will definitely be more steamy sex for Faye. I can tell you that. But I think in the Fjällbacka series, I think people would be really, really shocked if I wrote a steamy sex scene between Eric and Patrick. So I think they will stay with, turning the lights off and you have to guess the rest. Ooh. And Patrick doesn't take his socks off, so that would be very unfair.
You know what? This is a little known fact, though, but this is true. It's actually really hard to write sex scenes, and it's actually really hard to write scary scenes, because when it comes time to make it titillating, to make it tantalizing, to make it terrifying, it's actually very hard not to sound cheesy and awkward and dorky. He put his hand here. She responded with
and which words to use?
There's a lack of good words. I mean, are there better words in Swedish?
No, we don't have a lot of good words either. So, and there's always these like correct names that people invent through the last years, and they just sound silly. And I just keep thinking always about the scene in the Kindergarten Cop, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy who keeps insisting that boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. So.
Oh my God, exactly. Because guess what? The technical terms, not sexy, but there's not some good other. There's not good other options either. And then if you go back to those 80s terms, I can't even think of one, but usually there would be like a rod or something, and you're like, oh God,
loins. There were a lot of loins. I don't think I've ever said that word in my entire life. This is the first I've said the word loins.
Loins, exactly. Loins, not
so sexy. Lots going on there. Lots of things going on with the loins.
Lots of things going on for loins. Patricia's saying pant, gasp. Oh yeah, it's a bit limiting. It really is. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, Camilla, we know what scenes were hard for you to write. What is your favorite scene in this book? No spoilers, but just tell us what it is and why.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I love a revenge scene. Ooh. So at the end, there's this fantastic revenge scene, walking into an office, heels clattering, looking fabulous, and just, taking full revenge. I love revenge.
Ooh, what do you think you love about it? Is it that search for justice that Bill Cosby got away with it, so we've got to make it right on the page?
Yep, I've always loved everything that has to do with revenge. Do you remember speaking of the 80s, do you remember the miniseries? I think it was called like East of Eden or something.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of things that really sparked the love for revenge.
Yes.
It's something so, satisfying. I mean, it goes all the way back to the Old Testament with the eye for an eye, etc., etc. So we kind of love a good revenge.
Yes, exactly. Was the revenge scene easy for you to write, or did you have to take a couple stabs at it, or that flowed for you?
That was easy. I hated the guy so much by then. So that was really easy. And you can always put, their face on someone else's face. There's always someone you want to get back at. So you have to use that energy.
Exactly. Patricia is saying, if you commit murder, are you in fact crazy? Going back to our Britney Spears conversation. Exactly. These are the issues.
That's a question that has been, and what is evil? Is it the absence of good? So I'm very, this is a subject I could talk about for hours. So I don't know, we have that time, but I always do a lot of research about psychopaths, about different disturbances. And is it something you're born with, or is it something environmental? I find that question, I mean, the whole Chris Watts thing have got me going totally crazy when you have someone that is like so normal and hasn't done anything in their past, and suddenly there's so many fascinating things to say about that.
Exactly. Judy is giving you hearts on Facebook. So she is feeling this conversation. Judy, welcome. Great to have you. Thank you. Absolutely. I'll get to our next question over here. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Abby says there's always, Abby from Crime by the Book. Abby, welcome. We love you.
Abby. I love Abby. And I promised to find her a boyfriend in Stockholm, so I hope she's still single so I can fulfill my promise.
Oh my gosh. All right, Abby, you heard it here first. We all know Abby loves noir. She loves Nordic noir. And clearly, Camilla, you are the
And now she's going to love Swedish guys too.
And now she's going to love Swedish guys too. So Abby, if you're still single, maybe another talent that Camilla Lackberg is that of a matchmaker. We find you a good Swedish guy, and that's it. I mean, what do you think? Abby's like, I'm here for the book talk, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, she says she's in. Yay!
Perfect. And I'm an excellent matchmaker. I've got 2 marriages to prove it, and they're still married, both of them.
Ooh, okay. I'm also, little known fact about me. I'm also a good matchmaker. I have 1 marriage, but I introduced them, and then I'm a yoga teacher as well. They were my 2 yoga students. I introduced them in yoga class. They got married in the yoga studio, and they asked me to officiate. So I actually married them.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Okay, so Camilla, between the 2 of us, we're gonna fix Abby up.
I mean, Abby is so fixed up by now.
She's so fabulous. Yeah. I mean, she is on a most desired list. I'm sure many most desired lists. And everybody, mystery and thriller fans, you heard it here first. This is how Abby, Crime by the Book, got her happily ever after.
She's not a difficult task at all. I have to say that. It's an easy task.
She is not a difficult task at all. Oh my gosh, I love that. Patricia's got a great question. Camilla, who would you like to cast for the movie version of your book? Ooh, tell us.
Well, I have actually thought about that. And the type I would like is, oh my God, what's her name? She's in Firefly Lane now. From the hospital series as well. What's her name?
Yes. Wait, the blonde or
yes, the blonde.
Oh my gosh, I've been watching that compulsively, and now I can't think.
We'll think about it. We'll send out a query and we'll think about it.
Oh yeah, we're sending a query, and I'm also Googling it because that will drive me crazy. Katherine Heigl.
Katherine Heigl. That's a type. Someone who's like powerful.
Got it.
And she can still kind of look the girl next door, but she can also look like she stepped out, woke up and stepped out in the red carpet in Cannes. So I love that combination. And as Jack, as the asshole, well, that's book number 1, but he's still, in book 2. I have a hall pass. Do you have hall? Is that the English word? Hall pass? We call that free card.
Yes, the hall pass. Oh, you have a hall pass for him?
His name is Simon Banks. He's the mentalist.
Oh my
God. He would be great. Wouldn't he be great?
Yes. So you know who I have a hall pass for? The guy from Bridgerton. Come my way, Reggae
I
Jean.
haven't seen that yet. I have to see that, and then I might steal your hall pass.
We can share the hall pass, Camilla. Absolutely. No, definitely.
But Abby can't have him though.
Exactly. Abby's single. She could actually have him. She says she feels like she has the dream.
No. Hall passes are not given away.
No, I mean she could like marry that guy. She could have that could be her
we don't want to hear that, do we? We don't want to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. Abby, stop stealing our guy.
Yeah.
She says she feels like she has the dream team on her side. Thank you both. Oh my God, Abby, could one of us or both of us officiate your wedding if we find you that spouse? We could have a Nordic theme. I'm already far down
I'm planning in my head.
Me too. Patricia says Charlie.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is. Charlie Human. Am I saying that right? Her Hummin? I don't know. I'm going to have to Google that hot hunk of man meat right after this because we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. So that's who she's Googling. That's who I think who she's seeing as your guy. So Katherine Heigl would be great.
I think so too.
Because she's so versatile, and I love her in Firefly.
Oh my God. I just binge watched it.
It's so good and it's so addictive because we've all had those female friendships that feel like sisters. Speaking of which, Publishers Weekly awarded you a starred review. A huge congratulations on that. And they raved that this book is a tribute to lusty sisterhood for Scandi noir fans, which of course
I love hearing that.
All of us. Incredible praise there, Camilla. Congratulations.
Thank you. So happy for that.
It must have been such an incredible validation to earn. I want to be careful to say that you earned that star review. That was not given. You earned that. Incredible validation of your work. What did you do to celebrate?
Oh my God. I probably drank some kind of bubbly, but I use every occasion to do that. So
yes, exactly.
No, but the thing was that why it was so important to me was that when I got the idea for this series, everyone around me thought it was crazy because I have the Fjällbacka series up and running, very successful. And this is something so totally different.
Yeah.
So the whole team around me were like, okay, that sounds like a really weird idea. And it doesn't sound like a good idea to take a break in the middle of a really, really successful crime, but I just felt I had to do it. I had to tell this story. And that's why it's so satisfying when you do get, the love from the readers and, the reviews. So I was right.
You were right.
I was right.
You know what this is? This is the power of a woman tuning out all of the voices saying you should, and listening to her gut, listening to her heart, following the wild call within and trusting her instincts. This is proof of that being true and that being real and that being successful. Publishers Weekly also naming this a best summer read of the year. Patricia is saying congratulations. That is so wonderful. She's also suggesting that we get lusty sisterhood t-shirts.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Oh my God, you heard it here. You heard it here first. Lusty sisterhood. That's Perfect. What we are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it. And Patricia, I mean, so many people are raving about your books. Drew Gallagher said this book was from the Fredericksburg Freelance Star said this book was absolutely riveting for this review. I tried to learn my first word of Swedish. Unfortunately, bravo is the same in both languages. Earning that rave review from that paper as well. Congratulations. I mean, this is just really incredible. And again, speaks to how passionately you felt this book and how it flowed onto the page with such authenticity. All right, everybody, we have 2 minutes left with Queen of Crime, Camilla. So any last questions, get them going in the comments because this is good. Oh, I also wanted to share your book list review. They raved this follow-up shares the strong plotting, which is actually funny because you're not a plotter. You said you're a pantser. But this shares the strong plotting, multifaceted central character and next level Machiavellian battles that made Golden Cage a must read. You're blushing, but this is so earned. I mean, this is amazing, Camilla, especially because you said you don't plot, and you know, and it doesn't matter because look how the book came together in a strongly plotted way. Oh, Patricia would like to know, what other genre would you like to try? Little known fact, you guys, Camilla also writes children's books. Forget those sexy sex scenes. She also writes children's books. And you have, and cookery. You have so many interests. You also have a jewelry line. You're a dancer, a competitive dancer. I mean, you're so multi-talented, multi-passionate. What, any other genres you want to give a try to?
Well, I've actually just started a production company for TV and film, and I'm part owner in another production company. So I've started writing for TV and film, and I have a very successful soap opera here in Sweden that I've written. Because,
oh my gosh!
Yeah, because we lost the soap operas 20 years ago, and I missed them, so I decided I had to write one. So it's running now in Sweden, and it's doing really, really well. So I'm doing a small part in it next week.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
How many lines they're going to give me, but I'm hoping for at least 3.
So you wrote it and you're going to be in it.
Yes. A very, 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 very small role.
Amazing. Now, I understand. I've never written a screenplay, but I understand that it's 1 page per minute. So you got to learn to be fast, to be tight, to tell a really taut story. Saima, I hope I'm saying that right. Saima Kadir is saying she loves you, Camilla. Saima, so great to have you here. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving Queen Camilla and sharing that love with us. Camilla, so what was that like to write a screenplay versus a book?
It was absolutely fantastic and frustrating because I had no idea. And you have to take away everything that is like extra. You can't write anything about he felt, she felt, she said angrily. It's so, you know, stripped of everything. And I mean, there were technical difficulties as well. There are special programs that you write in. And I didn't have a clue how to use them. So I had to use YouTube tutorials to learn how to use this program that I was writing in. So that will be interesting one day. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, that will be interesting. I just want to remind everybody that you can get your copy of Silver Tears today and support this amazing independent bookstore, one of the oldest and most respected independent bookstores in the country, in the United States, and one of 3 dedicated mystery bookstores in the world. And you can get your copy today. I just put the link in the comments. So click the link and get your copy because you know it's good. And now you're going to want to know what that steamy sex scene is like. Am I right?
Yep. Yep. And your mothers are going to want to know as well.
And we're all going to picture Camilla in a restaurant going tee and blushing as she writes that sexy scene. So now when you're reading it, you will know where she was and what she was doing. Patricia is saying, thank you so much, ladies. This was a wonderful visit. Patricia, as always, so great to have you, top community member there. Camilla, is there any last, thank you for your presence. Thank you for your authenticity. Thank you for your openness. You have been hilarious. You've been entertaining. You've been fabulous. This is one of my favorite interviews ever. Any parting words of wisdom, things you'd wish I'd asked or you want to share, or what do you want people to walk away from the book having felt, having learned, having experienced?
I mean, the sisterhood is so important for me that as women, we need to stick together. We're really bad at it. We need to get better at it, and we need to help and support each other. That's the most important message that I want to put forward from the book.
Yes. Oh, sisterhood. I love that. What a perfect, you're getting so many hearts up from Facebook. Thank you everybody for those hearts. Sisterhood is the message that Camilla wants to leave us with. And what a perfect and fitting, note to end on, considering that everything that we've talked about and everything that we're dealing with culturally and socially and internationally. So thank you. Thank you for that, Camilla, and thank you for this wonderful, wonderful interview, this wonderful time together.
Thank you.
It's been such a pleasure to have you. And please come back and talk to us next time when your next book is out.
Yes, I will.
Okay, perfect. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.